Hey guys, Christian with Resale Brothers here. We are on to part 3 of our 4-part series of what it's like to run a 12,000 item, over $700,000 in sales last year business. We're on the photo taking process. We're gonna show you guys what we're taking photos of, all of our listings done in a day. You're gonna get to see my first 30 items and then Tony's first 30 items, and it's gonna give you an idea of how long it takes, our procedures, what we're doing, what we're selling, what it's gonna be listed for, so you'll get all of that great information. And be sure to watch both because we both do it a little bit differently, and we have some great items in there that we're listing, some great brands, some great bolos. But make sure you subscribe and watch every video in this series, part 1, 2, 3, and 4 to come out shortly. That's the live shopping video. That's the one everybody's waiting to see. But we're gonna get right into it, right into the photo taking. Tony, you got anything else to say?
I don't have my mic on.
All right, here we go, guys. We're gonna get started listing these items right now. We got our pile of clothes here ready to list. First item we're gonna do is this right here. Looks like an Outer Known Goose Down puffer vest. If you don't know the brand Outer Known, look it up. Really good brand. We have our setup over here. We got all of our numbers that I printed out. Our small bags, our big bags. First thing we do is take this label, put it on a bag, write OK for Outer Known. And now I'm gonna get started on this listing. And when we do listings, we like to do similar items. So this first pile is gonna be stuff that goes on a hanger like that. And then we're gonna switch to a pants hanger when we move down the pile. But we're gonna get started here and show you how we do our items. So we got this vest, just slap it on the hanger, no big deal. Put that down, get it looking nice and neat. Now I'm gonna get out my phone, start taking pictures of this thing over here. Our board, we got male, good condition. Probably around 15 ounces because it is a goose down puffer vest. How much I want to list it for? We'll probably put 60 on this. Nothing crazy on this vest. Take our first picture. I took a picture of that for the VA's reference, so they have all the information they need. They have the sex, they have the condition, they have the weight, and they have how much I want them to list it for. And that's how I do it. Tony does it a little bit differently, but we'll have him show you how he does it. It's basically the same thing, he just does it in a little bit of a different order. I like to bust this out of the way right off the beginning. So then I get my first picture and now I'm gonna measure. Do that measurement, now I'm gonna do the chest measurement. Got our measurements done right away. Unzip it. I like to open the vest up like this so I get a good idea of what the inside looks like. Take a picture of the brand name. Go down here, take a picture of this tag. Also, when it's goose down, I like to take a picture of what it says the insulation is. So, gray duck down. And for this one, I'll make a video for the VA. So you're gonna hear me make my video for the VAs. So this is an Outer Known duck down quilted puffer vest. Full zip, make sure to include that in your title, and it is a red color. So just in case they have a little bit of a question on the color, I like to tell them what the color is. Oh, it's got a little bit of staining on it, so I'll have to point that out as well. There's a little stain on the back. So when this happens, no big deal. If I didn't see it to begin with, I'll just point it out. I might be able to get this out, but for time's sake, I'm not even gonna worry about it. So my condition, I put good with light wear, but that's always adaptable. So I don't have to go back and delete and start all over. I'll just make a quick video for the VAs. So I'll go, this actually had a couple stains on it that I didn't see when originally taking photos of the condition. Be sure to reference that. I pointed them out in photos when listing and changed the price from $60 to $40. So I just kind of changed the price to a little bit to go with how much it was a little bit damaged. So, I mean, no, not a real big deal. That'll probably come out in the wash, but for time's sake, I'm not gonna mess with it. It's not worth my time, so I'm gonna move on over here. Now I take a picture of the bag, and now I put this item in the bag and I push stop, and then we're all done with this item ready to go in the box. All right, we got our next item, a Mac Weldon quarter zip pullover. So I'm gonna take this over here, grab my number, come down, grab my marker, Mac Weldon, so I know what it is in the bag, considering I'm packaging it in the shipping bag to save time. Something that we like to do. Not something we always did, but something that we have since grown, learned, You take what you can from other people, you come up with your own ideas. That's kind of how we like to do it over here at Resale Brothers. Oh, it's got pockets, cool. This is actually a pretty good brand, pretty strong brand for us. So I take my camera over here. I'm gonna take a picture of mail because it's mail, good condition, lightweight, how much I wanna list it for. So I'll probably, we run sales, so I'll probably list it at 40 and adjust accordingly. Take our first picture. Sometimes I like to take a little closer up picture of the first one. I might fold the sleeve in, I might do a couple different things, but for this case, kind of a plain item, I'll take my first 2 pictures. And actually, I'm gonna do a screen recording so you guys can see the exact pictures I'm taking. So I'll actually redo that. I'll redo this, take our measurements, first measurement, second measurement. I like to fold the sleeves in so people can kind of see what the sleeves look like folded in. Take a picture of the sleeve up close. If there's a logo or something, take that picture. We're getting a bunch of pictures here, but bear with me here. All right, we got all the information we need right here, large, what it's made out of. And if there's a lot of logos on something, a lot of times we like to make sure we show the logos. Like here, there's a little bit of a logo. Take a picture of that, flip it back over. That's why our board, we really like our board because you can kind of just flip stuff real quick. Then I'm gonna take a picture of the SKU. I'm gonna come over here to the, and take a picture of stop and move on. Now I'm gonna fold this item real quick and I'm gonna put it away. Don't make fun of my folding. It's always, Tony is the folder in the family. I can tell you that for a fact. Let me put this in a bag. Bada boom, bada bing. Rip that off, put that in our little bucket bin, push that down, put it in there, all ready to go. Another one is done. I'm gonna grab my number. Item looks like it's relatively, actually, I could probably put it in this bag. It's an LL Bean jacket. So I'm gonna write LLB, come down here, set that down, grab the LL Bean jacket, and let's move on to the LL Bean jacket. This is a men's jacket. Definitely kind of like a middleweight, not super lightweight, but not super heavy either. I'm making sure there's nothing super substantial about this. It's in pretty good shape. I like to kind of inspect the item sometimes before I list it. That way I don't mess the price up, especially on like an LL Bean item, because there are some factors that can make this worth a lot or make it worth just like a regular amount. So I don't see anything on this that's making me want to list it super high. So we will list it reasonably. And this sleeve, sometimes these sleeves, man, they just get to going on you. But we got our mail, condition, good condition. I'm gonna go 2 pounds for this one. It's a little bit heavier. What I wanna list it for, I don't think I paid very much for this. I'll try to give you an idea of what we paid. I think we paid $8 for this jacket. So we'll get my first picture, nice up close, back it up a little bit, grab our yardstick, measure this baby out. And we're not aiming for perfection here with these photos. We are aiming for accuracy, and we want them to look pretty good, try to get all the features we can in on these pictures, but we don't want to make them look too good because we don't want a high return rate. So we make our pictures look reasonably good, depending on the item. Sometimes we'll make them look even better. If it's a suit or something, we'll try a little bit harder, but I gotta make a video for this real quick. This is an LL Bean full zip nylon jacket, windbreaker jacket. It seems to have like a water resistant material as well. So be sure to include all of that in your title. So I about dropped my phone. Yeah, we like to just make these short little videos for the VAs. Most of the time they get it on their own, but we have these redundancies in place so that we make sure there's no mistakes. And if there is a mistake, it's rare and it's few. Oop, my phone's upside down. It's few and far between, so we kind of get around that with these short little videos we make. But as you can see, just like that, all done with that item. Photo of the SKU, photo of stop, and I'm moving on, folding this baby and getting ready for the next item. And we like to have, we have the stop there because we don't want to get any confusion to where maybe the wrong SKU goes with the wrong item, then we have an issue with shipping. So we like to start with green, end with red. That way there's no confusion. The VAs know exactly what to list. And because it's kind of, it was a little, I remember when we first had the VAs do listings for us, little bit of an adjustment period because obviously you lose the control. Now we kind of oversee them a little bit and make sure before they're pushed to the platform that it's all accurate, but you are giving up a little bit of control when you hire somebody, so it's always good to have procedures and practices that are foolproof. So this is a Tiger Woods. So I'm gonna write Tiger W. A little bit of a, oops, sorry, my hand went in front of the camera. A little bit of a Nike bolo, I should say. It's kind of a snap button here. Anytime we see snap buttons like this, we make sure we include that in the title. Just kind of a no-brainer. People are looking for this kind of, so these are kind of, I'm gonna break the board trying to snap this together. Ugh. That was kind of hard to snap, huh? Interesting. Oh, that was easy, huh? So one of those was a little bit tough. Maybe I just pushed it wrong. Anyway, Tiger Woods stuff is not as good as it used to be. I know he's got a new line out called, Tony, what's that? Sunday Red. I needed an assist there. Sunday Red, if you find that, that's crazy good. So be on the lookout for that. But this Nike stuff, I would say, is kind of a lower middle tier. How much am I gonna list this for? I'll probably list it at 30. It's a newer Tiger Woods, so it's definitely among the nicer ones I found, but you can only get so much for this stuff. You used to be able to get a little bit more, but this has a nice little, if there's anything on a sleeve like this, we always include that as well. It's got a nice little PGA Tour, PGA logo on the arm, so we'll take a picture of that. And it doesn't necessarily add value, but we don't want somebody to be surprised with an arm logo and then say, I didn't see this on the listing, and then complain, and then we got to return, and then it's just a pain. So we will make sure that doesn't happen. I'm gonna make a video for the VAs. This is a Nike Tiger Woods collection snap button quarter zip pullover. Well, not quarter zip, snap button pullover. See, sometimes I make these videos and I say the wrong thing. And it's like, oops, omit what I just said. And sometimes I'll make a video and I'll have to delete it because I sound dumb. But doesn't always happen. Nice picture of the back, moving along nice and quick. Boom, that one's done. We are, what, 4 deep? Take a picture of the logo, picture of stop. Now all we gotta do is fold this baby. And when I'm done here, guys, it's not like, oh, now I have to go to my computer and do all the titles, do all the descriptions, push these to the platforms. I'm completely done because I just give these photos to our VAs. They do the listings, they push them instantly from Autoposher, and we found that that's the fastest way to do it. We used to do it on eBay first, but we have since switched to doing it on Autoposher first because it's faster, and it's pushed to eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari all at once, super quick, super fast, and I'm like, this item right here for me, completely done. I don't do anything else with it. So the time you're seeing is the time it takes. No more, no less. So this is a carbon to cobalt. Looks like a little shacket action. I actually am not too sure how much this goes for. I'll probably have to look it up. And that happens every once in a while. Maybe we looked it up in the store and maybe Tony bought this and I don't really know exactly how much it sells for, so I'll have to look it up. I'm gonna assume like 35 maybe. But we shall see. It's got a little bit of hair on it too. We like to get that off, honestly, before we do listing. We have these little throwaway labels. If we see stuff like that, we're cheap, so instead of a lint roller, we just use one of these old labels. But yeah, it's got a little bit of hair on it. Obviously not ideal. Actually, I might fast forward past this fart, so you don't have to watch this. But yeah, it's got a little bit of dirt on it, which is okay. It's not that big of a deal. Just honestly, very minimal, but I like to complain about stuff. What's this made out of? I think this feels like wool, maybe. Hand wash recommended. Nope, not wool. Polyester. Okay, so this is a nice snap button. I would call it a shacket, partly because it has pockets. A lot of times when we see pockets on something like this, we'll call it a shacket. And you should, because shackets do seem to sell pretty well. Especially with this style, more of a modern style, nice and thick, definitely a cool find. And this brand's really hit or miss, so It actually performs pretty well for our store, but if you look it up, sometimes the comps can look kind of bad. So do your own research, check your own comps, and see how it wells for your store. Maybe test this brand. But actually, I think I might list this for just 30. So I'll take a, I wish this hair wasn't on here. I'll try to get that off in post. Male, we got our condition, how much it weighs, how much I want to sell it for. I believe we paid $6 for this. So 6 into, probably sell it for 25. We're happy with that sale. Good time of year to be selling these jackets. It'll warm up a little bit, but it's still going to be pretty cold here for a while. Take a picture of the inside. Now I got to make a little video for the VAs to make sure they use the word jacket. This is a Carbon 2 Cobalt snap button shacket. So be sure to use that in the title. It's a shacket shirt jacket. So I just made sure they were aware that it is a shacket. Like I said, we have redundancy. Some of them maybe are not necessary. Like it probably wasn't necessary for me to tell them that because they probably would have got them on their own, but it's always better to be safe than sorry because it makes a huge difference on how fast this will sell. Somebody just thinks it's a button-down shirt. They might not want to pay up that much for it because it seems to be less substantial. So always good to make sure that we're accurate with our listings. If at all possible. I mean, there's some stuff that I'll be looking through and I'll be like, wow, I definitely should have made a video for that because they messed it up. But it's few and far between. So bag this thing up. This thing's like borderline, shouldn't have put it in a small bag. But if it's, there we go, we're good. And this is something, like you see how it's kind of like protruding out a little bit. This is something that will probably end up double bagging. Maybe not, because it's our bags that we use. We have them linked in the description. They're nice and thick, so they don't give us too many problems, but sometimes we will double bag stuff. Next, a kind of a cool item here, a Southern Tide Sport vest. I don't see Southern Tide Sport too often. I see a lot of Southern Tide, and normally we do not get it, to be honest with you, but we like to get vests. They seem to perform well for our store, especially like these major name brand vests. They seem to do really well for us. So Southern Tide is actually really expensive new. It's a lot like Vineyard Vines as far as quality. They even have similar styles. It's almost like one's a knockoff of the other. I don't know which one's the knockoff, but they're definitely a higher middle tier price-wise new, but they don't sell for that much. So you really gotta be careful how much you pay for Southern Tide. I'll probably price this at $30 as well. Sometimes we'll be a little more aggressive with our pricing. This will probably price at $30 and probably end up selling it for $25, $20 at the worst. But it's a small size too, so size is not great. It might take a while to sell at 30, so we'll probably list it at 30, end up selling it for 20, so not that big of a deal. This is a Southern Tide Sport full zip fleece vest. Also include the style New Orleans. So, like I said, little notes, quick and easy. It's kind of our style here. Southern Tide. Boom, 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 get all the hip pieces on it. No real issues with this item, which is good. I'm not even really sure what color that is. Kind of like a, I don't even, like a blush color? I don't even know. Fold her up, right over. Definitely tight squeeze on this bag too, but you guys get a good idea of how long it takes us to do this. Also, you can see kind of what we're listing. I mean, so here we got a nice North Face men's jacket. I think it's a men's medium jacket. This is an older North Face piece. I might put this in a bigger bag because I don't want to have to squeeze it in. kind of an older North Face piece. On this older stuff, we obviously don't pay up hardly anything for it. I think I paid $5 for this. So paid $5 for it, not a very new style, kind of honestly super dated, but North Face is a pretty good brand, has a really good name recognition. So a lot of people are looking for it on eBay. It's very saturated, so there's a lot of it on eBay, which can be good and can be bad, just depends on the item. But also, it really depends on your pricing. So pricing is everything in the reselling game. If you want to sell, actually, this is kind of cool. Not too bad. It's nicer than I thought it was. But pricing can be everything in reselling. So you want to make sure your pricing is pretty good. I might price it, honestly, I'm going to price this at 32. I might be able to price it a little higher, to be honest with you. It's photo. Yeah, it looks really good in the photos. That's another factor you got to think. Like, sometimes I'll be in the store and I'll see a pattern, like a certain pattern that I know is not going to photograph well, and I will not buy that item. Let me know if you guys ever do that. If you just know, like, wow, these lines are going to cause problems, I'm not going to be able to get this picture to look good. If that ever happens to you guys, drop a comment. I'd be interested to hear, because it definitely happens to me. Sometimes I'll be like, well, not on like a really, really good item, but like kind of like a mid item. I'll be like, this item's not the greatest and it's going to be hard to photograph, so I'm going to pass on it. So let me know, have you guys ever had like a nightmare listing to where like you just can't get the photos to come out? Because that seems to happen like once a month to me, and I'm like, wow, I really should not have bought it. It used to happen way more often, to be honest. It used to happen like once a week, and then you kind of learn after a while, like, oh, I'm not buying that. So let me know, guys, if that ever happened to you. I'm sure if you've been reselling for a while, it's probably happened. Like, sometimes it's just like, it doesn't even make sense to my brain why the camera doesn't take photos of it. And you can kind of get around, like, there are some workarounds to where, some hacks where you can touch the background on your phone and get the lines to kind of even out and look okay, or back up behind the light. So sometimes, like if I'm up here close, I'll have issues if I step back here behind the lights, it'll look better. So you kind of figure it out on the way, but it's definitely something you want to look out for while you're picking stuff up. Time is money. Fairway and green, I'm writing FG right here. Gonna move on, grab this vest. It's actually a nice little vest. Fairway and green is not a brand we pick up often, but a nice little quilted vest. I think we paid $5 for this. Hard to pass up at that price point. And if it had been $10, I probably wouldn't have bought it, even though it'll probably sell for the mid-20s. Just because it's going to be a slower mover. But if we can get it for a very reasonable price, and we know that even if it is a slow mover, it's going to make us $15, $20, we will pick it up, or even $10 sometimes. If we know it's a guaranteed sale, we'll pick those up. Get our measurements in. We got this cool little golfer here. Not really a substantial logo, but I always like to take close-up photos of the logos. We've had some people complain. We had a lady. I don't know if I've told this story on this channel before, but I will tell you after. Is this reversible? I don't think it is reversible, but it's got a pocket right here. I always like to check these pockets because sometimes there's money in them. And the only thing I like more than reselling is money. Okay, no money there. Okay, no money, boo. I gotta make a video. This is a Fairway and Green signature full zip quilted golf vest. So, oh, my story. Okay, so Patagonia, we had this Patagonia vest that was new with tags. One of those nano puffer vests. Very good item. They do sell super quickly. Had a logo on the front. We had a close-up picture of the logo with me pointing to it in the photo. In the description, I think we had it in the description as well, but it wasn't in the title. And it was new at tags, but it had this logo on it. Lady on Poshmark says, It was not as advertised in that we were scam artists because it had a big logo on it that we didn't have in the title. She was very adamant that we were horrible people, we were scam artists, we should be kicked off of Poshmark because we are such evil, evil human beings. She threw a fit. We're going back and forth saying there is a clear close-up photo of the item. We do not have enough characters to include every single detail of the item in the title. You only have so many characters. That's why we didn't include random logo in the title. So we basically went back and forth. Then Poshmark sided with us, and we proceeded to block that lady from ever purchasing. Actually, you know what? I think she blocked us. She got so mad that she lost the case that she blocked us, and that she doesn't want to buy from us anymore. When really we were just like, look, lady, it's obvious there was a logo, and she said she bought it for her daughter. So what we think happened is we think that she got it for her daughter. I think it was for Christmas or something. Got it for her daughter for Christmas, and her daughter didn't want it with the logo. So we think that that's what happened, and then she wanted to return it, aka buyer's remorse, and yeah, wasn't working out. So this is AFTCO, if I'm saying that right, let me know. Another full zip vest, kind of going with the line of list similar items. We got this AFTCO vest. This is a fishing brand. This is right here, American Fishing Tackle Co. Actually, it's a pretty good brand. To be honest with you, I'm not sure how much the vest. I don't think I've ever found a vest before. I might have to look this up. So let's go over to eBay and look this. I hate it when these pockets do this. Always zip them up. Also, you always want to zip up your pockets to make sure that the zippers aren't broken. You don't want to be sending a customer something with broken zippers that you didn't advertise. Okay, let's look it up. AFTCO. Oh, vest. I do that all the time. Vest. Come over here. Condition, pre-owned. There's only 27 on, so not a lot on. There are 12 sold. 22, 25, 20, 29.99, 36. We're hitting heavy in the vest season. I'll probably list this for 30. Paid $6 for it, I believe. Men, good condition. The weight, probably 15. 30. It might be a little heavier. Oh well. All right, get a nice close-up picture of the logo. Measure it. Boom, boom, boom. Move on. Like I said, always unzip these. Always take a picture of the inside. Might take a little bit longer, but it's totally worth it. Bam, bam. I'm not even going to make a video for this one because everything they need to know is right here. It says American Fishing. It's a full zip vest, very obviously. So, not going to make a video. Actually, I think I am. Be sure to include AFTECH, AFTECH in the title. And sometimes, like you just heard there, sometimes if there's cursive lettering or if there's something like a FootJoy or it doesn't spell out what the item is, I will make a video on that. That way there's no hang up on them not being able to read what it says. Or if it's like a specific thing that I want them to include, a lot of times I will make a video on that and get them all the information that they need. So, just one of those things that you kind of pick up. You see stuff they're missing, you find ways to help them out as much as possible. So, next item, very generic. Ohio State, the national champion Buckeyes. Go Blue. I'll be in this battle my whole life. This is dear Lord, oh, I can't say it. The brand's not good. Unsubstantial brand. I had a brain fart. An unsubstantial brand. I think it's just Campus Classics, but it is the Buckeyes, and it's a good size. So we picked it up. Paid $5 for it. Not going to get a whole lot out of it. We're going to price it at $20. Going to sell it quick for a good price. Somebody who doesn't care. It's actually got a nice logo on it though. to somebody who doesn't care about the brand per se, but is a big fan of the Buckeyes. So, and on stuff like this, I always make a short video just to make sure they put the team's name first. Put Ohio State Buckeyes first in the title. That way, because we like to put the team names first in the titles, especially on stuff like this where the brand name is super unsubstantial. So, moving on. Stop. How many have we done? Let's see. We need a photos items taken count. We can see how long this takes. When I hit 20, I'll probably make sure my camera's not dead. 87. All right, next we got a built V-neck. Got a little bit of a tag on there. All right, guys, BYLT. Write it down. It's a good brand. The pants are good. They have like are they called everyday pants, Tony? What? I lost my marker. Here it is. I think they're called everyday pants. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oop, I forgot the L. Well, BYLT. There we go. But obviously, this is a less substantial piece. This is a V-neck. This has a little bit of fuzz on it. Let me get it off. A little bit of fuzz. Yeah, we don't like to leave stuff with fuzz, so you might see that a couple times. Normally I like to get it off before I start taking photos, but you always miss some stuff. What's that for 22 probably? Cool little logo here, and sometimes when it shows up washed out, you do a little quick click to the side on this iPhone. Sometimes I don't know why. This, I'm not going to add anything because everything I need is in the lettering on the tag. Always take a picture of the material tag if they have it. I know sometimes it can be a little cumbersome because on some stuff, I swear it's like the actual material on the material tag is a Where's Waldo to find it. I mean, it's like impossible to sit. They have like 20 tags on one little spot of the garment. So you gotta look everywhere to find the material. But we always do it unless there is no material tag, and then we just say polyester. Because some customers will literally use that as an excuse to return an item. So give them no excuses to return. That's the goal. True Classic, this is a very cheap item, but they do seem to sell pretty well for us. I probably would not recommend buying this brand unless you were a massive volume seller. Not that we're a massive volume seller, but as far as like clothing on eBay, I would say we're in the top 1-2%. So yeah, we're pretty big as far as used clothing goes. Should probably check our store rank to get an exact number on that. I'm probably gonna price this at 15. It's actually in really good shape. If it was in worse shape, I'd probably price it around 12. But yeah, True Classic is a little bit of a sleeper brand. It's hard to search on eBay because their search, as you know, does not always work very well. So sometimes it will not pull up. It pulls up like classic t-shirt as like a style. Like, oh, this is a Ralph Lauren classic tee. Not the True Classic brand at all. So it's like, you kind of got to manipulate the search and filter by brand, but sometimes it doesn't let you. Like I tried to do it this morning. This exact brand, I tried to look up and filter by the name brand, and it would not let me do it for some reason. So shout out to eBay for screwing up their search for no reason. Ah, it popped. Sorry, that's probably loud on the audio. Okay, done. Next one's kind of cool. This was a rare find for us. A new tag, Robert Graham. It's got like this cool camo. It was originally $148. We paid 20. Oh, I already have one on here. We paid $23 for it, in the 20s, low 20s. So we paid low 20s for it. I'm gonna probably list it for 70. We normally like to list around half of MSRP to start off, and then we will gradually lower that price if we have to, depending on the item. But this item here, it's pretty cool. It's a good size, cool pattern. It's having a hard time laying flat. Some of this stuff is like the more form fit stuff. You see how it's like kind of curvy? Sometimes that can give you a little bit of a problem when you're laying it flat. Honestly though, I like to, if I can, when it's new with tags, kind of show the tags in the first picture. Just something I'd like to do. New with tags, the weight on it seems kind of light to me. And then 70, what I want to list it for. Nice picture of the front. Bada boom, bada bing. Coming over here, take the measurements. Looking pretty good. Like I said, accuracy without perfection. Because these pictures are not going to be perfect, but they are going to be accurate enough to give the customer a good idea of what they're getting, which is all I care about. Robert Graham, nice 2XL. I wonder if it has the exact name. A lot of times I like to include the exact style name, but this is Streets, so I'll make a quick little video. This is a Robert Graham. The style is Street. I would include the word camouflage. It is a quarter zip pullover, and also include the word jacket. It's a little thicker, so I'm going to go ahead and include the word jacket in the title. It looks like a camo print to me. It almost looks like water, kind of. Obviously, you don't need camouflage if you're in the water, but. All right, I forgot to write RG on this, so I will do that now. I have 2 stops on this table just in case I forget to take a picture of something. I can, and that's why you'll see pictures on the cards down here and that right there. I used to actually just do them all right here on this table, but I found that as I was laying stuff down, it would kind of get in the way. As you can see, these are like all the exact same pictures. Sorry, these tables are a little bit dirty. Yeah, I used to take it down here, but as I was folding stuff, it got in the way. So I figured I'll just do it over here to the left as I start. Saves me a little bit of time. Kind of helps alleviate a little bit of frustration from getting stuff in the way. So that's one of the reasons I switched it, but you could very well do it. I did it this way for a long time. So if you prefer to do it that way, it's definitely a preference thing. Like I said, Tony does his a little bit different too. As long as you communicate to your VAs, if you have more than one person take pictures for you, how you like to do it. Ideally, you want to do the same thing, and eventually we will have everybody taking pictures the same way if we have to hire other VAs. But for now, we're fine. But yeah, however you want to do it, just make sure it's communicated properly. I keep doing this. See, I'm very accustomed to just going boom, 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 boom. I kind of zone out. Okay, this is a hockey t-shirt. I'm going to have to ask Tony. Minnesota Wild, so MW for Minnesota Wild. I asked him a while ago, but I forgot. Somehow not surprising. All right, the Minnesota Wild are an NHL hockey team. So we like to buy some hockey team stuff, just depends. If the price is right, we will buy. This new with tags, yeah, I'd probably price this at 20 bucks. T-shirts just don't go for that much, but if it was something else, maybe I'd price it a little bit higher. Tony's saying I should list it for 23. Maybe I will. As you can tell, Tony bought it. He's correct. You probably can't hear him, but he's correcting me. I'll change the price. And sometimes when I take a picture of the wrong price, I'll make a video for it, the VAs, and just tell them to change it. Be sure to include Minnesota Wilds first in the title. It's an NHL hockey t-shirt. Also, change the price from $20 to $23. So just went ahead and let them know I wanted to change the price. You could always go back through your phone and edit the photo and change what it was, or you could just delete it and rephotograph what you want to list it for. I've found that doing a video is a little bit faster. So when I make a mistake, that's what I do, and mistakes happen. Lord knows, when you're doing 60 items a day, you'll make a mistake or two. So, but at the end of the day, it's not how many mistakes you make, it's how you fix them and how you improve. There's your motivation for the for the day. I can feel Tony's eyes rolling in the back of his head. All right, bag her up. Move on. How many are we at now? We've already done, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 or 14, something like that. All right, this is a Project Rock. So rock you like a hurricane. Here I am. Oh, this is my size. Am I keeping this? Wow, it says focus. I've been told that when I wear red, it clashes with my hair. I could tell a story about that, but I don't want to. All right. This is a very cool t-shirt. I'll probably list this. Can I list this for 20, Tony? All right, this is a Project Rock Under Armour t-shirt. It says focus. It's in good shape. A lot of times you'll find these in not so great shape, but this one's in good shape. Blood, sweat, respect. If you see this like bull logo, I'll take a photo of it. Right there, the bull logo. That is normally, and by normally I mean always, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's line of Under Armour. I guess it could be like a Texas Longhorns, but it wouldn't be the exact same. And that's going to get you a little bit of a faster sale. It used to get you more money, but now it's more speed of the sale. But Under Armour Project Rock Focus t-shirt. Blood, sweat, respect. Maybe you don't have to include blood, sweat, respect in the title though. I don't normally include blood, sweat, respect. Just all of them say that, so it's kind of redundant to put Project Rock and blood, sweat, respect. So, t-shirts are quick too. That's like in the summertime when you're doing t-shirts and polos and shorts. I mean, you can get your photos done twice as fast as you can in the summertime because the items are just so much easier to list. I mean, it gives you a lot more time to source when you don't have to worry about pilling stuff or dealing with big bulky coats or anything like that. Just makes things a lot faster. This is a 511 tactical camouflage hoodie. This is a good example of, oops, I got caught on my labels. A good example of a 511 tactical item that is still selling well. The pants still sell well, but they don't sell for a lot. So you kind of got to be a little, and you want to get the newer style as well. So you got to be a little pickier. You got to make sure that you are not picking up the wrong type of 511 tactical stuff. And this we paid $6 for. I'm probably going to list this because it's camo. I want to say around 26. So nothing crazy, but it will pay the bills. Not every item we list is a home run. As you can see, most of the stuff we list is an everyday bread and butter find, stuff that you can find at pretty much any thrift store in your local area. So it's not rocket science. You just got to put in the effort to get the listings up, educate yourself on what sells, what's in your price range, what you should pay up for, what you shouldn't pay up for, and kind of just build a consistent flow of inventory that you can get in your area. Now this is missing the material tag, so I'm going to make a video for that as well. This is a 511 tactical PTR camouflage hoodie. It is made out of a polyester blend. And that's my go-to, honestly, for, I want to make sure that there's no material tag in this. I don't see it. And this right here also has a pocket. You want to make sure that you include that as well. It's kind of hard to see. A lot of people want their hoodies to have pockets for some reason. I guess I kind of get it. You want to be able to put stuff in there. But, yep, pretty decent find. Get that picture, move on to here. All right. Got this, fold that baby up. That's a cool thing you can do with hoodies too. If you got the hood like this, you can go like that with the hood. You can kind of make it like a little pouch and you fold it. And then you just slide her on in there. Cool. All right. All right, next item is a denim and supply. Looks like a flannel. Denim and Supply is a discontinued Ralph Lauren item, or brand subset, I should say. Oh, I left the tag on this. As you can see, this was bought at Goodwill for $5. I gotta bite that off. That's probably an interesting sound. But as you can see, we're not paying up for a lot of this stuff. Even like this regular flannel. I mean, if you bought this at a regular, like a for-profit thrift store, they'd probably want $30 for it. It's just not worth it at that price. I wouldn't pay that much for it. $5, I'm very happy with that. And it's a wool, I think it's got a wool blend, it feels like it. It's 52% wool. Obviously that adds value. It's a really good shape as well. The size, extra, extra large, great size. A lot of stuff going for this. I'm gonna actually look this up as well. I'll probably list it at 35. Just because of the size. I didn't see any comps at the size of this, and this is a really good size. So we are going, and a lot of times, so I'll make sure I do this the way I normally do it. The way I normally do it, on the first picture, I'll fold the sleeve up so you can tell it's a long sleeve. I'll take a close up like that. Kind of looks a little bit better. Measure it, bada boom, bada bing. Oh no, there's a hole. Oh no. I'm gonna have to lower the price a lot. It's not a big hole, but daggone it. Okie dokie, well, forget everything I just said. I'll take a picture of the rest of this size then. This is a Denim and Supply wool blend flap pocket flannel. It has a small hole on the left sleeve. So be sure to include that in the description. Change the price from $35 to $20. So you make adjustments. If it didn't have that hole, I would have obviously gotten more out of it. But still, this is one of the main reasons we don't pay up a lot for stuff, is because if you're paying up for stuff and there's a flaw, you are going to lose money or never sell it because you have to sell it for too much to get your money back. So if you only pay $5 for it, you have a little wiggle room to deal with flaws. Especially like if you're buying like a wool or cashmere sweater, linen, something like that, that is prone to getting holes. You definitely want to make sure you don't pay up too much for those, or you really look them over, because you're going to find a hole on a lot of that stuff that you didn't see. Once you get it up on the lights, you're going to find some holes, and then it's going to be a loss instead of a profit. And when you're first starting out, that can be kind of demoralizing. So you definitely don't want to cause yourself any strife. Okay. Next, Nike hoodie. Cool logo on it. Not sure what that logo is. So if you see this video and you know what this logo is, and I don't list it for enough, let me know. Oh, this has a tag on it too. I got this from Goodwill, quite obviously, by me biting off the tag. So $5 buy cost on this as well. Buy cost nice and low. Should I do a Google Lens of this, you think? See if it's a sport. It looks like the Flash logo, like the cartoon, or sorry, comic book. But it's not red. So normally with Flash, it's red. So I'm not quite sure. I bet if I Google Lens this, it will pull up the Flash. And it will not be accurate. So let's see. We'll go to Google. Google Lens it. Let's see what it pulls up. It says BioWorld 5 Nights at Freddy's. Flash Thunderbolt logo. Is that 5 Nights at Freddy's? Flash Thunderbolt. See, I'm getting a lot of mixed reviews here. Flash logo. I'm just going to say Flash logo, because I think that's probably the best thing I can put on it. All right. Take a step back. Let me know if you would have listed that differently. I only have so much time to list this stuff, so I'm not gonna like do a real deep dive if I don't think if I thought it would make a big difference, I would probably try a little harder to figure out exactly what this is. But this is a Nike lightweight hoodie. It has like this perforation to it, and it has a flash, like the comic book character logo on the front of it. I'll include lightning bolt as well. A lot of Nike stuff that has Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, stuff with superhero stuff on it, or clothing with superhero stuff on it, does do pretty well. So that's something to reference. And another thing, make sure you don't make this mistake. I saw this spot right here on the back. I don't know if you can see that. I was like, is that a stain? But I realized it is definitely the logo seeping through. So not a stain, it's just a logo. And sometimes when I take photos, you'll see that. So I'll like make a video and say, hey, be sure to put in the description, there is no stain, it just looks like that because it's seeping through. That happens every once in a while. I just literally tried to throw that in and it came right back out. All right. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. So obviously, I normally go a little bit faster than this when I'm not making a video. But this gives you a good general idea about how long it takes. Now we're moving on to some bigger items. So this is a vest. I think it's Gap. Yeah, these are some Gap vests. We bought some of this winter stuff pretty cheap recently because it's obviously seasons are changing a little bit. So if we buy it cheap and it's a substantial item like a goose down vest, we are going to make that purchase and sell it at a discount, pass on the savings to the customer, and move on out. This is a men's. This is let me make sure this is the men's. 19 inches. Kind of small for a men's, but I think it is. It's a little heavier. Yeah, this is at 26 too. Paid like $4 for this. Gap stuff could be okay. Honestly, I found some vintage Gap stuff in the past year that has performed super well. I mean, it's sold fast and for a lot of money. Like some vintage Gap wool pants. Those things, if you find those wool like cargo pants, they sell quick for a lot of money. So be on the lookout for those. Quilted down puffer vest. That was a video for the VAs, if you were wondering. I see no holes or anything on it. This is probably why I picked it up. Oops. Sometimes I do that and then I delete it. Boom, delete it, move on. All right. And when I'm done with all these photos, we airdrop them to folders in Google Drive, and then the VAs list them from there. So super easy. Never have any issues with that. Takes a little getting used to. Sometimes you gotta wait for your phone to sync up to get the items airdropped over quickly. For some reason, Apple, sometimes when they do their updates, it can kind of mess with your airdropping ability, but most of the time it's not too bad. All right, so just like that, we have one full box filled up. I'm gonna go ahead and move this out of the way a little bit and then get back to taking photos, but we have let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 items photographed already. All right, now we are back to the pile over here. This is cashmere. I don't know what the brand is. It's not super substantial. But it was cheap, and it was 100% cashmere. The brand is Gordon, US New Orleans, Gordon. Something like that. 100% cashmere vest, no holes, good shape. Has this nice, looks like wood almost. Huh, maybe I should look this up. All right, I'll look it up real quick. It's probably nothing crazy, just because I've never heard of it. Nothing came up, so not a great sign, but you never, it's really nice. I mean, I wish you could feel this. It feels super nice, even for cashmere. So we'll price it at $25 and see what happens. It's always, if you're gonna roll the dice on something and test it, I mean, you can't go wrong with cashmere. You're not gonna lose money on cashmere with no holes, unless you pay a lot. But obviously, if you pay a lot for something and it's no good, it's not gonna be good. But made in China, that's never a good sign, but I always like to include the word, even though it's fairly obvious that if it's cashmere, it's knit. I always like to include that. And this kind of has a little bit of like a salt and pepper look to it. Not quite. I would say almost. It's got that like gray and white going through it. I probably won't use it. Make sure you include 100% cashmere and knit. And also, it's kind of like a dark gray color, but also includes salt and pepper in the title. I did anyway. It's close. It's not quite salt and pepper, but if you're looking for a salt and pepper thing, you might like this too. I know a couple other items I've listed with the keywords salt and pepper for the colorway. Seem to sell pretty quickly. Oop, I need to get another a box. Let's grab a box real quick. Let's go. All right. We got the box. Duluth trading vest. This is going to be a big bag for sure. We got a Duluth trading vest. Gonna grab this label, slap it on, DT. All right, these things don't sell for a ton, but they are pretty nice, to be honest with you. I don't understand why this Duluth, I guess it doesn't cost that much, but I feel like it's really nice. I think we paid $9 for this. Probably gonna list it mid 40s, maybe a little lower. With our coupon promotion we run, it comes down a little bit usually. And sometimes, honestly, if I don't feel like looking up the exact style and I know they can Google Lens it, I'll make a video like this. Google Lens this to find the exact style of vest. It's a specific style, I believe. It is a canvas Sherpa lined vest. And they know if I say Sherpa lined, if it's not real Sherpa, to put faux. All right, just like that. Quick 20 bucks, probably at least. I should say that, how much money we're gonna make on these. Pretty good, honestly. I mean, for how quick it is with this process, if you buy good stuff and it actually sells, your average dollar per hour is pretty good. All right, another one done. Now we are gonna switch over to the pants section. So let's grab this hanger, get rid of it. Now I'm going to grab my pants hanger. Just shove that in there. Got some good pants for you guys. I need to refuel some Stewart's. Pretty good. Oh, first thing we got is a new pair of Levi's. All right. We're cooking through these. All right. Ah, oh, I got another hanger here. I didn't see that. All right, guys, new pair of 505s. What would you list them at? The string's a little messed up. Let's cut that off. Where are my scissors at? Oh, they're over here. So we had a little bit of a string issue here. It's always good to have a pair of scissors handy when you sell clothes. All right. All right, new pair of 505s. What are you guys asking if you list these? I'm gonna guess at least list them for 45. I think we paid $12 for these, baby. So paid up a little bit for them because we know we can get a decent amount of money out of them. I mean, as far as paying up for something, a pair of Levi's, especially 505, is kind of hard to go wrong. I mean, obviously, everything with moderation, but $12 for a new pair of Levi's is not crazy. All right. Bam, bam. Back. Like to take a picture of that tag. Like to take a picture of the tab. And these are something you don't need to make a video on because it doesn't matter. Always take a picture of the material though. And then that. Bada boom, bada bing. Got a pair of Levi's done real quick. As you can see, like this, the jeans, like the pants and stuff, you might be able to see a more accurate representation, sorry, of how long it takes us to list items, because pants are pretty quick and a lot of times we'll mix them in. Like if you're gonna do 60 items in a day, you don't wanna do 60 coats because you're never gonna get done. You wanna do 10 coats and maybe 30 pairs of pants and then 20 of something else. I mean, it's like 20 t-shirts or polos or something like that. So definitely want to be selective with what you're listing so you can get your goal done. That was a little bit wonky in that bag. Next is a good one, guys. This is going to be a Bolo faux show. MS. What does MS stand for? And not multiple sclerosis? MS. Can you guys guess what MS stands for? Because I didn't buy these, but I was very happy to see that they were bought. It is, I don't know if you can see this, Ministry of Supply. This is fancy. This is on our men's Bolo list. If you haven't checked it out, check it out, guys. It's going to help you get more items, source better items with higher ASPs. Going to help you recognize logos when you're out in the thrifting wild. Definitely a good resource, guys, and it's 100% free. So check it out if you want to get a little bit of reselling knowledge that you don't already have. I personally don't know how much these sell for, so I'm going to have to look it up. All right. There is, how many pre-owned? 274 pre-owned on. How many sold? 68 sold, but they're selling for pretty decent money. These are black, which I like. $39.99, $39.99. I'll probably, that sold for us $48.95. I'm gonna list these for $45. Like I said, we have some discounts and stuff that come off, so that's probably going to end up around 40 after the discounts come off. See, I did that. I don't know if you could see that. I had to poke the corner to get that black to not wash out. All right. These are a good size too, which is one of the reasons I felt comfortable pressing it up a little bit. Nice big size, perfect condition. Couldn't really ask for much better out of these. I've never seen a Ministry of Supply store. I wonder if they're online only. Does it have a? I always look for. That was a horrible picture. I'll delete that. I look for style names when I get stuff like this, so I don't necessarily see one. Also, when you have, see how this has like these drawstrings here? Always take a picture of that. All right. Another Bolo brand, Ministry Supply. And these brands like this, that when you look them up, don't look, I mean, they look pretty good, but the average sale price obviously looks pretty good, but they don't look like, the sell-through rate is crazy. They seem to sell pretty well for us, to be honest with you. Maybe it's because we promote our listings. We promote between 6 to 10% usually, depending on the item. We kind of do a range. So take with that information what you will. The bigger your store, obviously the more you can benefit from promotions. It also depends what you're selling. If you're selling all items with crazy sell-through rates, then you don't need to promote because you have good items. But if you're selling everyday items, it could be a little bit of a different situation. All right, this is Off the Grid pants. I think these things sell for like 30 bucks. But I will definitely, here's the brand, Off the Grid. I think they sell for that, but I'm gonna look it up just to be sure. I'm gonna price them at 30. I figured I was right, but you always gotta check. Almost everything we buy is in good condition too, so you'll see me take that picture a lot. Excellent condition would be like something that's new without tags, something like no wear at all. Like this has a little tiny bit of wear. It's got some wear here. I have to cut that off probably actually. So, I mean, overall though, there's no stains. There's no significant damage to the pants, so I consider them in good condition. But you always want to make sure your condition is accurate because you don't want to get a return for inaccurate description of the item. And we do photograph in square mode. I kind of switch between square mode and the 4x3 mode to get pants fully in frame. I don't want to take 50 steps back. So the first picture will look fantastic. And then the long blown out picture sometimes looks a little bit elongated, but it's all good. Hey, how's it going? Motor-driven adventure, interesting. I don't know if I would call these hiking pants a motor-driven. Interesting. All right. All right, the next item is a pair of Hagar pants, new with tags, paid $5 for these. You can find these things pretty cheap almost anywhere. Some thrift stores around us have been marking them up because we buy them. So don't overbuy them because you can get price gouged. But these things are pretty good with their new with tags, obviously. This is another bread and butter item for sure. Nothing crazy, nothing, I want to say special about these. I'm not going to get you the views on YouTube, but it will pay the bills. So I'd rather have bills paid than crazy YouTube views because I found this holy grail item that sells for $500. Meanwhile, all you buy is Holy Grail items and you really have no sustainable income. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure, I mean, if you can find a bunch of it, obviously you do you. But in order to do that, you have to have a lot of different things fall in line. You got to have a good area. You got to have good plug sources. You got to have a depth of knowledge for the most part. You can get lucky, so I'm not saying it's impossible, but is it doable for everybody? No, absolutely not. Not realistic. It's like, have you ever watched the show Storage Wars, where they find crazy storage units and you're like, well, that's probably not real? Yeah, it's like that. So don't fall for it. Okay, what we got here? Nice big size, perfect condition. Couldn't really ask for much better out of these. I don't even know. I've never seen a Ministry of Supply store. I wonder if they're online only. No, does it have a? I always look for. That was a horrible picture. I'll delete that. I look for style names when I get stuff like this, so I don't necessarily see one. Also, when you have, see how this has like these drawstrings here? Always take a picture of that. All right, another Bolo brand, Ministry Supply, and these brands like this, that when you look them up, don't look. I mean, they look pretty good, but the average sale price obviously looks pretty good, but they don't look like the sell-through rate is crazy. They seem to sell pretty well for us, to be honest with you. Maybe it's because we promote our listings. We promote between 6 to 10% usually, depending on the item. We kind of do a range. So take with that information what you will. The bigger your store, obviously, the more you can benefit from promotions. It also depends what you're selling. If you're selling all items with crazy sell-through rates, then you don't need to promote because you have good items. But if you're selling everyday items, it could be a little bit of a different situation. This is Off the Grid pants. I think these things sell for like 30 bucks. But I will definitely, here's the brand, Off the Grid. I think they sell for that, but I'm gonna look it up just to be sure. Off the Grid pants. They are 38 by 30. I'm gonna price them at 30. I figured I was right, but you always gotta check. Almost everything we buy is in good condition too, so you'll see me take that picture a lot. Excellent condition would be like something that's new without tags, something like no wear at all. Like this has a little tiny bit of wear. It's got some wear here. I have to cut that off probably actually. So I mean, overall though, there's no stains. There's no significant damage to the pants, so I consider them in good condition. But you always want to make sure your condition is accurate because you don't want to get a return for inaccurate description of the item. And we do photograph in square mode. I kind of switch between square mode and the 4x3 mode to get pants fully in frame. I don't want to take 50 steps back. So the first picture will look fantastic. And then the long blown out picture sometimes looks a little bit elongated, but it's all good. Hey, how's it going? Motor-driven adventure. Interesting. I don't know if I would call these hiking pants and motor-driven. Interesting. All right. All right, the next item is a pair of Hagar pants. New tags, paid $5 for these. You can find these things pretty cheap almost anywhere. Some thrift stores around us have been marking them up because we buy them. So don't overbuy them because you can get price gouged. But these things are pretty good with their new tags, obviously. This is another bread and butter item for sure. Nothing crazy, nothing I want to say special about these. I'm not going to get you the views on YouTube, but it will pay the bills. So I'd rather have bills paid than crazy YouTube views because I found this holy grail item that sells for $500. Meanwhile, all you buy is holy grail items and you really have no sustainable income. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure. I mean, if you can find a bunch of it, obviously, you do you. But in order to do that, you have to have a lot of different things fall in line. You got to have a good area. You got to have good plug sources. You got to have a depth of knowledge for the most part. You can get lucky. So I'm not saying it's impossible, but is it doable for everybody? No. Absolutely not. Not realistic. It's like, have you ever watched the show Storage Wars where they find crazy storage units and you're like, well, that's probably not real. Yeah, it's like that. So don't fall for it. Okay, what we got here? Eddie Bauer. These are, I believe they're fleece line, but we'll see once we get them up on the board. Yep, fleece line, cool. Eddie Bauer fleece line pants. We like fleece line pants, we like flannel line pants, all that good stuff, the nice winter weather stuff. Wish I was wearing them right now, to be honest with you. Oh, they got a little dust on them. A lot of times dust on these nylon polyester pants just kind of wipe off like that. You don't even have to wash them. You can just kind of beat them like a redheaded stepchild. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Probably list these for less. Eddie Bauer, they're not the greatest in the world. Ooh, they look a little bit dirty. You know what? I'm going to put these back because they need washed. You're witnessing a mistake. All right, I'll put these back. They need wash. Sometimes I'll get started on something. It'll be dirtier than I thought, and then I'll put it in the wash pile. No big deal. All right. Now we have a very nice bolo. We did pay up for these, so we paid, I think $23 for these, but well worth it. These are going to sell for a lot of money. Originally, they cost $178. If you know our rule of thumb, we normally list about half of the MSRP. So I'll probably list these around 85, 90 maybe. But they are Todd Snyder pants, and they're new with tags, garment dyed. They have a specific style name. They look like corduroys. I'm pretty sure that's like a micro corduroy. A little more of a modern style. So we'll take this picture, male, new with tags, 2 pounds. We'll go for 90. See what it goes for. All right, take the first photo. This is definitely a bolo, guys. If you don't know about Todd Snyder, write it down. Make a mental note because this is a fantastic brand. Some of their stuff goes for big, big money. Their outerwear, even these pants, I mean, pretty daggone good for a pair of corduroy pants. So it's got like a really nice high-grade leather on the back as well. That's always a good sign. If you see that on a pair of jeans or pants, always look those pair up. A lot of made in Japan stuff will have this really high-grade leather on the back. So this back picture, I'll make a little bit better. That picture looks a little crappy. Well, you know, I did my best. Todd Snidey, 38 by 32, relaxed fit, get a picture of that. It has a specific style. This is a pair of Todd Snyder relaxed 5-pocket Bedford corduroy pants. The color is faded black. There we go, everything we need to know. I don't recall taking a picture of the material tag, so if I don't remember if I took a picture or something, I will take another picture just in case. I'd rather have 2 pictures than none, or then have to scroll back through my phone and try to figure out whether or not I took a photo. I'm not about wasting time like that, so I normally wait, or normally just take another photo. It seems to be the way to do it for me in particular. Roll that baby up, put it in a nice little bag. And an item like this, a little more, anything over $50, normally we double bag it, just to be super safe, protected against the elements. Not that we have problems, like honestly, this probably will have no issues. So it's a little bit of a precautionary tale just to be extra safe, but definitely not 100% necessary. How many have we done? We've done over 30, right? No, close. We're getting close. Here's a pair of Wrangler jeans, but they're new. And you'd be surprised, Wranglers, I mean, you're not gonna get rich, you're not gonna make a ton of money on these, but you will make $10 on them if you pay $5 for them. So new tag Wranglers, I'm not gonna pass on that. It's just something that, and if you've made it to this far in the video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, please, if you're not already subscribed. You're getting valuable information as far as daily items that you should be picking up. Like I said, watch to the end, you'll get something out of it. The longer you watch, the better information we keep in the video. We'd like to give the secret stuff, kind of like the bread and butter stuff that we'd honestly rather keep for ourselves. We put that later in these videos, guys. That way, if you're somebody who subscribes to the channel, who really likes to consume this content, and you support the channel by because it supports the channel by watching the video to the end, we like to give you guys the best information because you're helping us, you're supporting us. We want to help support you and your business. So if you've made it this far, thank you very much. And we'll try to make sure we give you the absolute best information we have at our disposal. And when you see Tony's version of this video, see how much slower he is than me. He didn't even hear me. All right, this little wonky on the fold here. Just spin that down. Cool. Did I take a picture of the side? I hope I took a picture of the side of that. If I didn't, you didn't see anything. Every once in a while, I'll forget to take a picture or something. Then I'll have to go back. Tony is a little more accurate than me, so I'll give him that. Levi's. Most time for Levi's, I just put an L. There's 2 in a row. So on the next one, I might write 559 or whatever it is. That way, if it's different than this, sometimes they're the same. So it could be like, eh, well, you better just look. Levi, good condition, blah, 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 blah. We prefer to buy Levi's because they seem to do well. We like the baggier, straight fit styles. And we don't measure the rise. So if this was a women's pair of pants, I would measure the rise like this. On men's jeans, we don't necessarily do that for most of them because like obviously the rise on a pair of 559s is going to be the same pretty much on every pair of 559s. So really no point to do it. Most men don't even know what the rise they like is, to be honest with you. It's like, I just wear 559. I don't know anything about no rise. And by most men, I mean me. But Oh, fold it up, fold it up. This is a bread and butter as well, guys. Pay $5, don't pay more, and you will be golden. Think about it. If you're a reseller and you buy a pair of Levi's in good shape, like this, no stains, nothing on them, and you buy just say like 100 pairs a month, even if they don't sell right away, you're gonna have a bunch of good Levi's. They've been in style forever. When they get old, obviously we know they go to the moon in price sometimes, so you can't go wrong. It's almost like an investment when you buy Levi's because they're never gonna lose their value. So, just something to keep in mind. All right, now we have a pair of 541s. I'll probably write 541. Levi 541. I definitely will not let the VA see that because that might throw them off. All right, I'm gonna put my wool beanie is getting itchy, so I'm gonna put a hat on. All right, 541s. I bought some LL Bean wool hunting socks, and they are divine. They are so much better than what I was doing. I might lower the price of these a little bit. They're not as good of a wash. So it is probably a little boring to watch two pairs of Levi's back to back. This is the reality. You're getting an excellent glimpse into what it's like when we do 50 pairs of Levi's. And honestly, most of the time on these Levi's, like I don't even do this. I don't even go back and get a full picture of the legs on men's jeans particularly, because I think really all you want to see is the close-up at the back. Sometimes I just avoid it to save time. But like this pair has no photo of the content. Somebody has cut it out, so and when that happens, we already have a close-up of the size, but I'll go ahead and take another one. This is a pair of Levi 541 size 38 by 34 made out of cotton jeans. So I mean, did I have to do that? Probably not, but I'd rather them have that information than make a note saying they don't know the material tag. Because sometimes we'll forget to take photos, and they'll make a note on auto posture, hey, missing material tag, missing SKU. So we'll know what's wrong. We need to go back and get it. But sometimes I just like to be sure I don't get a note later and have to go back and reopen up a bag, because that is annoying. You don't want to have to work on the same item twice. That is a nightmare. All right, let's see how many we've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're over halfway done, guys. Over halfway done, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break, rest, recover. I'll be back. All right, guys, this is Tony time. So I'm going to start recording my stuff now. We do, Christian and I, like he was saying, I couldn't really hear him, but we do it a little differently because I think my way is better and he thinks his way is better. So we do it a little bit differently, but you can do it any way you want and it still gets the job done. So I'm going to screen record my pictures too, so you can see the end result, hopefully. Let's see here. All right, first thing, I don't know if you can see it, hopefully. I have mine on a little board here. Has all the stuff you need on it. I take pictures of only the mail first. So you can see that. Put the phone in square mode. And then now I've taken pictures of this. This is a vintage made in USA Woolrich. It's wool, has the elbow patches, and yeah, it's pretty good. I like to kind of cover up some of the information on the tag, so I can take multiple pictures of the tag and get some extra pictures in there. A little sneak peek at the process here. But Where's the, does it have a, doesn't really have a, I don't see a tag. Probably should have found that beforehand. Well, anyway, I know it's made out of wool. You can tell by how it feels that that is definitely wool. So, and if no, I don't think anybody would question it either. But so now I'll make a video for the VAs. This is a vintage Woolrich flannel that's made out of wool. Make sure you put all that in there. It has elbow patches as well, so make sure you put all that in the title. It's kind of like a brown, orange, red, and blue color, so put multicolor as well. Stuff like that. Probably gonna list it around 40 something. Take an offer if I have to. It's a little on the higher end for this, but it's got a pretty good, oh, here's my folding skills that everybody's been talking about. And by everybody, I mean me. Just do a little whoop. So it's gonna be kind of a tight fit here, so I like to put it in the bag before. I like to use keep the small bags for use them as much as I can, because they are cheaper than the bigger bags, and they don't, so we don't buy as many of the big bags. Okay, you put WR in the title here, not the title, dummy. We're going to put excellent condition. We're going to put that it weighs right around 2 pounds, and then we're going to put 44, we'll put 48 as the price. Take a picture of the SKU, hit stop, and then call this one a day. Oh, I've already done quite a few, so boxes get kind of full here. I go to my next item, grab it. I didn't take the tag off of it, oops. Took the tag off all the other ones, but I had actually done 35 today while Christian was going instead of 30. I started a little bit before he did because he was setting up. So I added 5 back on so I could have a true 30. Christian said nobody would notice, but I said no. We have integrity here on this channel. All right, put it back in square mode. Sometimes I like to do this. I don't know why that works, but it kind of does. If you start off to the side and then come back in, it seems to make the color be more accurate. This is just a classic Tommy Bahama. Bought this because it was really cheap. I think it was only like $1 or so. Sold quite a few Tommy Bahama t-shirts, so but we never pay a whole lot for them. It's a little bit of a weird picture, but we're just gonna take it. Yep, got all the pictures for it. Give her a quick fold here. 1, 2, 3, and you put a little TB. Nice and easy. I'm trying not to act like I go, you know how people make a video and they're like moving way faster than they normally do. I'm trying not to do that for this. Just a t-shirt, actually probably just listed pretty cheap, 14 bucks. Okay, come over here. Fill her up. All right, next we got a familiar favorite from the fans. And by fans, I mean resellers, I guess. I don't know. Do we have fans? Would you guys call yourself fans? Our wives don't like that we call you guys fans because they don't see us as personalities. Very interesting. They're like, oh, we ran into a fan today. Don't call them fans. Okay. They're just jealous. They don't have any fans. All right, take a picture of the male. Take a picture of the, oh geez. So for this, it doesn't have a tag, obviously. I think everybody pretty much knows what Lululemon is at this point, how to tell if it is Lululemon or not. But I've listed so many Lululemon things that I know that this is one of the metal vent techs. Pretty sure. So I'm not even going to look it up. Sometimes they're pretty easy to look up if you just give yourself a little Google lens. You can tell what it is. I don't know if this is a good angle for you guys or not. Just hurting your eyes, maybe. So for Lululemon, since you can't really, there's not as many photos to take, I guess, because there's no tags or such. So I try to take as many pics as I can. Make a quick video for the VAs. This is a Lululemon metal vent tech long sleeve shirt. You can put athletic wear, exercise, athleisure, stuff like that, and put that it is a black color, black and gray. So it's black and gray. It has some gray undertones in there as well. Try to put everything in there that we can. A quick fold. It did say the size was extra large. I don't know. A lot of their t-shirts like this do have the size in the seam, especially for men's stuff. The seam, I mean the hem, sorry. Not the seam. Who am I? Alright. Okay. I like to list Lulu stuff around, I'm gonna go 34. It's gonna go down because of our sale that we run, so hopefully it ends up at a decent price. We don't price Lulu up real high anymore just because it doesn't sell for as much. You get a lot of lowball offers, which I understand because I would do the same thing. All right, let's see. This one's got just a little blazer. Let's see. Armani Exchange. Is it a man's or a woman's? It's a 38 short, so this is for a short king. Let's see. A little label trick we use. Instead of using a lint roller that you have to pay for, we just use these labels that we got from one of the shipping carriers. Wink, wink. And yeah. Actually, we're just gonna go ahead and leave that open. Sometimes, if they're already unbuttoned, I'll start with the opened up of the vest photo. Sorry, that came undone. Hey, you stop that right now. You cut that out. All right, then just take a picture of all the inside tags. All right, fun fact. Is that the, yeah, there it is, right there. Okay. Fun fact: if you have trouble with the colors getting washed out, when you're doing far away photos, sometimes it's hard to fix it. Other than like backing up or coming in from the side at a different angle, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Close up still happens sometimes. And the easiest way I found to get rid of the color getting washed out when you're taking photos up close is to have pasty white hands like me, and you can put your hand by where you're trying to photograph, and it makes the color right. So if you are like me, you can do that too. All right, so this is a suit, so there's more, or not a suit, but a blazer. So we got a few more photos to take. I'd like to take one at the pit to pit, like normal, then one here at the waistline. Then you gotta take a photo here at the shoulders. Everybody needs to know their shoulder length. Then you got to take a photo here at the shoulder to the hem, and there the seam, whatever it's called. I don't know. This is a short, so it's the sleeve length. And then we can flip it around. Gotta get some more hair off here. This is part that takes forever. That's why I hate doing navy blue stuff and black stuff. Sometimes it's not bad, other times it's too dusty. Somebody made a comment about how I was complaining about how a video got less views because I wasn't in it. That was just a joke. I know it was mainly just the content, had nothing to do with me being in it or not, but the person took it pretty seriously. So, and they made it seem like I don't like doing the videos, but I do. I was just kidding. This has a little spot on the sleeve. It looks like that might come off, but maybe not. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a picture of it. Also, you gotta take a picture of how long it is from the back. Is that blurry? To the bottom. I think it was a little blurry. That first one was. Alright, now I just normally make a small video for the VAs. This is a blazer. You can also put sport coat in the title, and then it's a 38 short. It's a navy blue. There's a small spot on the bottom of the sleeve, but it might be able to come out. Alright, so this, for a suit like this, it's very thin and very small. So this can fit actually in one of these small bags if you fold it well enough. I think sometimes it does. Let's see. Today's the day. Yep, see, it's pretty small. It's Armani Exchange. Boom, boom. I know Christian takes pictures of the condition and stuff at a different time than I do, I think. I'm not really actually sure how he does it compared to me. I just know it's different. So it has a small stain. You go blue. You go less than a pound because it's pretty light. And then I'm just going to list it at like 26. And then take any offers we get. Okie dokie. Alright. This is the story of a girl. I still do that. I did that the whole last video. Part 3. What part do you guys want to see the most? Well, I guess you already saw 2 of the parts. Which part is the best? I'm sure everybody wants to see the shopping part. I mean, people don't even like to take photos. So why would they like to watch other people take photos? You know what I mean? That's interesting. But, hey, work with me, you know. Who am I? I don't love... It's weird. Now that we've been reselling for so long, I'm not in love with like watching reseller content anymore. You know, I kind of got burnt out on watching that stuff. Oh, got an offer. Or sold some. But I still like making the videos. Oh no, drop the stick. But watching them it's very redundant, I feel like, nowadays. Not redundant, like, you know, the different personalities or whatever. But I feel like when you've been doing it for so long, you just kind of know the brands at this point. Granted, I still learn stuff from other people whenever I do watch, but sometimes I just want to turn off my brain and not think about reselling for a little bit, you know. Alright, this is a red color. Sometimes I like to emphasize that it's something's red. The VAs would put orange sometimes for red stuff. This one's a little bit more obvious, but still wanted to just make it clear. We like to make stuff very redundant, and even if we've said something before, to still say it again, just in case the one time we do forget, they've heard it so many times that they'll just do it naturally. Normally I would listen to something, but I ain't trying to get copyright. Since it's cold gear, we'll just go this. Whatever. Like I said, we list stuff. The prices aren't necessarily perfect, but we do. That's why we have offers, and that's why we have sales running all the time. All right, this is just a dry cleaning tag, so hopefully the person took care of this really well. Feels like they did. Kind of feels starchy. You know how stuff feels just stiff? You can tell somebody took care of this pretty well. All right, let's see here. I think this like faded blue, kind of popular with Ralph Lauren. Jeez, this thing is old. Probably put vintage for this, but I don't think that's necessarily a selling point for Ralph Lauren button-down shirts. I'm proud to be an American. Christian has seemed to have slowed down a lot now that he's not being recorded. Just saying. A lot more on his phone over there. It stinks that he might not hear me now. He might not hear me now, but when he goes to edit the video, he'll hear me. I do a lot of the button ups, so I've gotten decently fast at buttoning shirts. Ooh. All right, take a picture of that. Take a picture of the size. This is interesting because it has a, oh, I never do that, and I've been doing it a lot. I'm flipping that yardstick around. Some might say I should get a new yardstick just because of how that one looks. I say, nay, nay. That yardstick's been with me since the very beginning. Anyway, when I was talking about this flesh pony, make sure you put flesh pony in the title for this, please. Apparently people like the flesh ponies, so never really did anything for me per se, but you know. Drop a comment. Who's faster at taking photos? I already know the answer. I already know it's not me. I already know I'm the slow one, but one would argue I make a few less mistakes. I think that's what Christian said. A little more accurate. But, what's more important, accuracy or get more done? Who knows? Alright, I'm just going to list this one. Let's go there. That's fine. That's fine. I'm running out of room here. You're gonna need a box. Alright, there, I took all the tags off of these, so that's good. Like I said, I was a little ahead of where I was supposed to be, so I didn't take those other tags off yet. This is just a little LL Bean flannel. Nothing crazy. We do not pay a lot for these. We try to pay $5 or less. At $5 is the max. I mean, it has to be in really good shape for it to be a $5 purchase, or like a really good color or pattern or something. Mainly it's if it's like new without tags, we'll pay around $5. But flannels are in theory worth a little bit more than just the plain button downs. I know there's a difference between a button down and a button up, but don't ask me to tell you what it is. I forget. Did I take the... No, I didn't. All right, still gotta do the measurements. And I always like to make a small video for the VAs designating if something is a flannel, because I don't want them to get confused and think something is just a regular button down when it's a flannel. All right, this one has a small snag, it looks like, too. So a lot of the times you can just take, where'd it go? A pair of scissors and cut that out. And then it looks brand new. There you go. Turn it up. All right, this is a flannel by LL Bean. It's green, blue, and red. Yeah, just try to tell them the colors. If I'm already making the video. Oh, I think I just touched the camera. Let's see. Oh, well. If it moved, lo siento. I mean, I'm sorry in Espanol. You guys didn't know I knew Espanol, did you? Because I don't. My wife was a Spanish teacher, so that's cool. I took Spanish in high school. Ask me how much I know. Not a lot. I can count. I can count to 100. So that's pretty dope. I gotta. Alright, I think I gotta move these boxes. Normally I would take them to the other side, but considering I'm making a video, I'll just toss them right here for now. I gotta. Oh! Grab another box. Did we go through a lot of boxes? The answer is yes. If you couldn't reuse them, we'd be in trouble. Alright, you might see this and think, oh, it's just another LL Bean. Well, guess what? That's true. It's just another LL Bean. But this one is made in the USA, so that means it's old. Vintage, one might say. One should say. So, I actually never looked up a button down that was just made in USA. So I don't know how much this is gonna go for. It's kind of like a flannel. It doesn't have that classic, you know, like kind of fleecy feeling, like a thicker, but it doesn't feel like just a regular button down either. So I'll probably still put flannel. What the hey? Person complains, toss a little refund their way, saying, oh, sorry. But we'll see. This is it's a medium. Oh, should I just keep this? Well, yeah. Vintage LL Bean, no big deal. I got trying not to work faster, like I said, trying to just be authentic, you know. Oh, can you see my cord? Hopefully not. Unplug it. My phone sometimes dies. All right, this is a vintage LL Bean flannel button-down shirt. Make sure you put Made in USA too. It's like a blue, green, and red color. I'll try to put all that on there. I'll probably list it around 30. Probably won't sell for much more than that. I mean, I didn't pay a lot for it. It's like, I want to try and get every dollar out of everything I buy. No, like this is just an LL Bean shirt. Let's go. So, probably just do a normal price. Call it a day. I got it. You guys got winning the Super Bowl. You got winning the Super Bowl this year. I don't really care that much about the NFL, personally. I know some people do. Some people act like it's life or death, which I kind of do with college, but not really the NFL. But, I mean, you can't really go against the Chiefs. Can't go against Patty Mahomes. Thought the Lions might give him a run, but what do you know? They couldn't pull it out. They lost again. I think this is a male. Yeah, it seems like a male, but hopefully it's the right size. It looks like a male, but it just looks a little worn, you know what I mean? So this was probably a cheap price, which is why we bought it. Yeah, it's got a little bit of shrinkage, but that's okay. Adidas tags are normally horrible. Granted, this one's a little bit older, so that helps it out. Oh, let's see. Makes it not as bad. All right, this is a Notre Dame Fighting Irish full zip jacket. You can also put like track jacket in the title too. Now they know to put Notre Dame first and then track jacket second. Or no, not track jacket. Notre Dame first and then Adidas later on in the title. Normally towards the end. Oh, it's got a little snag on it. So we'll just... When it's just a small snag like that, don't really have to mention it. Like, we don't necessarily mention it too much. We'll take a picture of it, and the VAs will put it in the description saying that there is a small snag, and then I'll mark it as light wear. Because it's not a hole, per se. So it's kind of tough to describe it accurately. But something like this, not really that good a shape. Just price it to move along, sir. Alright, this is just a Nike baseball here. You can tell that by the guy. There'd be extra points in the chat if you know who this baseball player is on the front here. Fun tip 2, if you just rub the fabric together, a lot of times you can get stuff to come off. So that had a little white spot here, but just rub the sleeve on it and poof, away it went, disappeared. Got a little bit of hair. Pop that right off. Oh, there's some more. There, watch. See this little white spot? I don't know if you can see it. Give it a little rub. Boom, she gone. All right, a little bit of hair here. Maybe. All right, now I'd like to take a picture like this of the stain. All right, Nike baseball, size large. Ah, I dropped my stick. Give you a cross. Give you a down. Hopefully there's not a lot of hair on the inside, but I'm not even gonna delve into that journey today. All right, get your final guesses. This is a Nike baseball hoodie. Put Swingman in the title as well. Swingman's one word. Swingman, and then yeah, it's blue. It's Ken Griffey Jr. Fun fact. Swingman is based off of Ken Griffey Jr. Sweetest swing in all of baseball. Fun fact, he grew up in Ohio. He played baseball at Moeller High School. So that's pretty cool. Pretty sure he got drafted out of high school too. One of the only athletes to play on the same team as his father. Him and his dad played on the same team. That's pretty cool. Oh, this is cheap just because it has that spot. And probably take it off for 15 is probably even a little pushing it, but. All right. Hopefully this one doesn't have a stain. I don't know how many I've listed that had a stain, but I think this is a woman's. I think the buttons are snapping on the other side than I'm used to. So I will call this one a female. The birth givers. Can't imagine giving birth. Sounds horrible. Got some little stuff on here. Alright, that looks good enough. Stuff never shows up in the photos. I like to call this one a shacket. If I can get the stupid camera to focus. iPhones are the worst sometimes when it comes to focusing. Alright, if it's a shacket, gotta show them pockets. Show them what you're working with. Give them a little orifice check. Boop, boop. Give them a little material tag check. I like to show the fleece if I can. Showing the fleece, showing the fleece, showing the fleece. Give us a little across action here. Give us a little down action. Oh yes, definitely a woman's. If you're a man and you ever do women's clothing, one, feel sorry for you because I don't know half the stuff I'm doing. Two, if you ever get another woman's hair on you, it's tough. It's a tough look. How do you explain that? It's from reselling. Yeah, okay. Just kidding. This is an Orvis shacket. It's red and black. So make sure you put shacket, and you can put shirt jacket as well. Yeah, so that's that just never happened. That was a joke. Somebody also said I was more negative. That's not true. Guess you can't have two positive people all the time, right? It's a character. You can't have two bubbly little people all the time. That'd be annoying, I think, personally. But who am I? I can be bubbly. Kind of drains me though. You know what I mean? You ever get drained talking to people? Because I'm not an introvert, I don't think. So I don't mind talking to people. But I can definitely, I get drained doing it. You know what I mean? So maybe I am an introvert, who knows? These shackets I feel like aren't as good as they used to. Or they don't really sell that well for us, unfortunately. I mean, they're still okay, but I mean, there was a time like a year or two ago where everybody's like, shacket! Mr. Shackets! I feel like they're not as good. Now it's all, yeah, Christian just said now it's barn coat. Which barn coats are good. Okay, yep, my phone battery's going out fast. I think, oh, this is an interesting one. This is one where you gotta put that, that works with deodorant stains too, so this has like a deodorant spot. You can give it a little whoop. I'll give it a little rub down here. Yep, came right off. Enough to where you can take pictures of it anyway. Alrighty, let's take this. Let's take it. Come on and take it.
Take another little piece of my heart. All right, this is, for an XXL, this is pretty small. But, see that word right there? Compression. So it's supposed to be small. Gotta keep everything tight. The athletes know what I'm talking about. That is how Christian wears his stuff. This is a Nike Pro Combat. This is a athletic shirt. It's like a workout shirt. So make sure you put compression in the title because it is going to be more of a tight fit. All right. So put that for the VAs there so they know to make sure you put certain things that make it to where you don't get a return or you're less likely to get a return. I put NPC for non-playing character. Just kidding. Nike Pro Combat. I don't really play. Anybody play video games? I don't really play video games anymore. Unless you count like phone games as video games. In which case, I play a few. Nike Pro Combat's better than just like the Nike Pro stuff. I don't really know why. I think it's basically the same thing. But I guess people like the old stuff. Nike Pro, they don't really make Pro Combat anymore. Like I said, they just say Nike Pro. I think. I'm not an athlete anymore, so I haven't bought anything like that in a long time. So, who knows? See, look at this. Bam. Look how fast I'm buttoning these buttons. Boom, boom, boom. Some people like to do them all before. I've done that before. Definitely does seem to help, but I mean, you still do it. So it's still slow, but when do you want to be slow? Today, I didn't feel like buttoning them when I was laying them out. So I did it just now. Duluth trading. Ding, ding, ding. What's this? No fly zone. Okay. Bad thing about that though, that putting insect repellent on it kind of messes it up because eBay's algorithm, or not their algorithm, but their AI takes it as like an insecticide or something. So if you put insect in the title, it kind of messes it up. So I will normally, I forget what I put normally. Scent, I think I just put scent blocker. This is a Duluth Trading button-down shirt. It's made, just put outdoor, hiking, stuff like that. Also put that it is a scent repellent. So you can put scent repellent in the title too. But it's also tan and like a white color. All right. So I like to put scent repellent. I don't know. Is it scent? No, actually that's wrong. Probably shouldn't put that. Dang it, because that's not what it is. What should I put for that? If you put insect, stuff gets flagged. So, you know what? Maybe I'll put bug. Or fly. I don't know, what do you think? Other than insect, what should I put? I can't put insect repellent. I don't either. I'll put, no, not put. All right, this is a Duluth Trading long sleeve button down shirt. You can put outdoor, hiking, stuff like that. And then put this no fly zone in the title with it. They should know what that means based off of Duluth Trading's line. So it's also tan and white. I mean, could you put insect repellent there? I don't know if you want to play it, take a little bit of a risk, but it's better just to put no fly zone and hopefully somebody figures it out. But I don't want the account to get, because we've had our account get not flagged, but we got a message from eBay about listing insecticides, and we're like, we didn't list an insecticide. You listed a shirt. So I like to list those up a little more because it's a little special. Take it. All right. I need a little squirt. Gotta stay hydrated doing your listings. There used to be days where I would come here and just not drink anything for 8 hours. Went home and whew, I was dehydrated. Makes you feel more tired too. If you drink water, you feel better. You know what else makes you feel better? Drinking caffeine. I drink I don't know if you guys know about yerba mate and guru. I try to take those. I drink one of those a day. Guru is good because it's an energy drink that has no free advertisements or anything, but it doesn't have any like fake sugar or stuff like that. So it is like I don't like drinking sucralose and fake sugars like that. So try to stick to real organic cane sugar. And yerba mate is the same way. So both got about 150 milligrams of caffeine in it. This is a Brooks Brothers 100% cashmere cable knit sweater. It's a maroon color. I feel like we're gonna get judged in this video, but that's okay. Like, not in a bad way, but just like how we price stuff, what color we call things, and how we do it, you know. But hey, it's the life of putting it out there, you know. Nordy. Take it. Take another little. Whew. Whew. How's 2025 going so far, everybody? Are your sales good? As good as last year? 2024 at this time? I think we're actually down a smidge, but I don't know if it's necessarily we're selling less stuff. I think we had a couple pretty good buys in late December, early January that kind of led us to some big numbers. So obviously you can't find that every year, so but still not bad. We're not very much down, I would say. Ouch. I swear my thumb gets hurt from ripping off tags. Doing so many a day, every day, for the last millennia, it feels like. All right. This is a cool shirt, cool brand. Found a few of their things lately. I would say I think this is the third thing we found by them. Paid up a little bit for it, probably around $10. Only because I didn't want it to sit around and wait for it to go half off and then us not get it when we would still make good money on it at full price. So this brand is called Triple Aught Design. Don't really know exactly what like kind of stuff they sell. Like if they're an outdoor brand, like like a tactical style brand. I feel like it could be either, or if they're just like a bougie brand or whatever. But for this one, I'm gonna try to find the exact item. You guys saw my apps. All right, this is a Triple Aught Design Anvil button-down shirt. It's a gray color. Make sure you put Anvil, A-N-V-I-L, button-down, A-N-V-I-L. Sorry, I don't know if I said that right. A-N-V-I-L, Triple Aught Design button-down shirt. It is gray. So I remember looking this up in the store. Had a kind of a variety. I only looked up, I didn't get real specific in the lookup because I knew it was good. So I didn't specify pre-owned or new with tags. So the new with tag ones were selling for more, obviously. Tad. I think I'm gonna go. I'm either gonna do 65 or 70. Don't really know. Probably gonna go 70. There were some sold in the 50s, some in the 60s, and some in the 80s. Pre-owned. So I think I'm just gonna kind of play it in the middle and go like 72. Let's just do 72. Why not? Seems kind of random, but we're gonna do it. Oh, Christian's spying on me. Ooh. Oh, where's the magnet? Can you give me the magnet? So the thrift store we go to. Okay. Which one? Oh. I can just edit this part out. I'm just gonna put it on the hanger. Christian wants a shot of this for the thumbnail.
I want you to hold it.
Why? Oh, it has a stain.
Where? Oh, that little tiny stain? No, watch out.
Well, I know that, but I'm not gonna list it with the stain.
Oh, never mind.
You can take a picture of it still. I don't want me in the photo. I'll put you in the photo.
Why?
Because I don't want to be in the photo.
Move.
Is that big enough? Yeah, I think we need to wash it. All right, when we wash something, we put a little mark on where it needs to be washed, like a spot treatment. That stinks, because that was a, as you can see, what can I talk? Aviator Nation. There it is. That's the word I'm looking for. Another stupid, what the heck? So our thrift store apparently has problems with theft, and they put a lot of security alarms on them. But we buy so many things that sometimes they just go off because they forget them. They can't see all of them or whatever, so they just let us walk through and we bring them back later. We do pay for everything. And then we bring them all back and we accumulate a decent amount. I think it was right after Christmas. I brought back like 30 or 40. Yeah. I told them Merry Christmas. They thought it was funny. I'm assuming you didn't laugh because, you know, you don't know the people. Oh, take it. This is just a plain LOL bean. Went down again. I never pay a lot for these. This is less than $3. This one cost. So we'll pick it up for that. This is red, white, and blue. Especially if it's in really good shape like this, we'll sell this anywhere from I'd say $12 to $20. Probably listed at 20, and then if somebody makes an offer anywhere from 12 up, we'll take it. I mean, if anything, we'll probably take a 10 too, to be honest with you. We're not picky about these. These are shirts that you can find all the time, so we are not worried about getting every dollar for these guys. Plus, do you want to hold on to this stuff forever and get an extra dollar, or do you want to get rid of it? That's how. So we look at it. Actually, I'm going to go 19. Okay. I don't know how many I've left or how many I've done. So that's fun. I think I needed to get to 77 originally. not number, sorry. The number was 65477 I had to get to, and I'm at 69. So I'm pretty sure I have like, what was that, like 8 plus 5? 13 or 12 or 13 left. Fun times, man, tell you what. Oh, pictures. All right, this one's got a little bit of wear to it, but sometimes that doesn't really hurt the value of these sports team things too much. So it has some like, see that? This was really cheap. And if you just show that, sometimes they're just like patina, that vintage look. But this one is also a really big size, so that does help. I think. Oh no! Tag almost ripped out on me. That's good enough. They get the point. They get the point. If you couldn't tell, Christian took a lot of the better items. This is a Cleveland Browns hoodie. It is a 4XL, so you can put big and tall in the title. Also, it has some issues with the logo here on the front. It is coming off a little bit, but other than that, it's in good shape. It's a gray color. A lot of times I'll say whether it's gray, because light gray and like off-white can kind of get, a little iffy. This is a really, like I said, a really big size, so might go with a different bag for this just to be safe. And yeah, I already put all my I had another bag sitting here, praise the Lord. So for this I will have to write the SKU on the bag, which is fine, don't hurt anybody. Totally fine. Write the SKU 65469, and this is a Browns thing. Okay, I'm gonna put good condition with light wear. Weighs 1 to 2 pounds. I'm gonna put $18 on it. I'm going to take a picture of this one because it's more legible. Stop. Put it in the bag, box, and then I like to move this back to my shipping so I don't waste the bag. So we do not like to waste here at Resale Bros Limited, or what's that thing that everybody says? Unlimited? No, I don't know. Incorporated? Inc. All right. This is an example of just another college that we buy a decent amount of stuff for, just because we find it a decent amount for some reason, even though we don't live in New Jersey, where this school is located. But don't pay up for it. We pay low price. Low price of, oh, I had my finger in there. Of cheap. Oh, care tag. Oh, short pair of Levi's. I like when the tag has the the material contents on the back. That's nice. Of the where the size is. It's all in one spot. This is a Rutgers Scarlet Knights hoodie. Make sure you put Rutgers Scarlet Knights first, and then the brand is Pennant. Put that at the end. It's gray. Well, I think I hit that too late, but I mean too early, but that's okay. Whoop. Whoop. I like to tuck the hood in. Christian had a cool thing with having the hood wrapped around the item. That was interesting. So maybe he is the better folder, who knows? Typically we can fit most hoodies, most pants, most jeans, if they're decent size, if they're not like huge sizes, we can fit most things in a 13 by 10. So that's good. People have questions about the being able to put 13 by 10 by 1 in for the dimensions and getting a discount as long as it fits in the bag, which is true. A lot of people talk about how Ground Advantage has restrictions on weight and height and dimensions, and they do, but they're actually pretty big dimensions that you can use. I actually did it today, and it's length plus girth. So it's your long, I don't know if they count it as actual length, but they use your longest measurement, I think, as your length. And then you take the width and the height. So you'll do the width times 2 plus the height times 2. So you got to do your order of operations there. And then when you get that number added together, you do the length plus the girth. And it has to be under like 130 inches or something like that. So unless I'm wrong on that, which I don't think I am, because I clicked on the see more. So hopefully that's correct. And it can weigh like 70 pounds. This is a Team USA Nike t-shirt. I don't really know what this is for, like what games this is for, but I know it's Team USA. USA. Ah. Trying to see where we're at battery-wise here. Christian, can you tell what battery I'm at? Huh? Oh, cool. This is a cool one. Not the brand cool, but just regular cool. How much? 37%. Can we get it done? Jeez, this is hard to zip. Something new with tags? Jeez. Alright, come on now. There it goes. Oh, jeez. That's not good. Alright. Let's see here. Let's get this figured out. Alright. There. Oh, this zipper is messed up. That's gonna not be good. Alright, you get in there. Alright, this... Oh, poo-poo. Alright, well, you know what? We're just gonna list it without it. Alright, so I didn't know the zipper didn't work on that very well. That's interesting. Don't really know why. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. We'll just put it in the description. This is a Philadelphia Eagles thing. Oh, probably because it's made in China. Darius Rucker. Why is Darius Rucker making clothes? Alright, here's the reversible. So I hate doing reversibles because you have to take pictures of both sides. Luckily, this one's not that bad. The vest isn't that bad. Okay, make a video here. This is a Philadelphia Eagles reversible vest by the brand Darius Rucker by Fanatics. So you can put Fanatics as the brand and put Darius Rucker by Fanatics in there. Philadelphia Eagles, put that first. This does have a little defect, so it's new with defects. The defect is the zipper doesn't zip up all the way. It's not the best, doesn't work very well. So put that in the description that there is some zipper malfunction, but other than that, it's brand new. Kind of stinks, but what are you gonna do? I don't test every zipper when we're at the thrift store, unfortunately. Maybe we should. Comment if you do. You test every zipper. Let me know. If you do, good for you. More power to you. That's impressive. Me, don't want to take that much. All right, this is a puffer. So puffers are kind of big, so we're going to use a big bag. I didn't have it over there with me. Bad Toto. My nieces call me Toto. Okay, get in there. You son of a gun. Get in there. Button, not button, I guess. Seal this up. All right, 6, 5, 4. All right. New with defects. Where's our thing? It says new with defects. Shoot, where'd it go? So I had a little green tab. Here, this is what we do for new with defects. New with defects. All right. New with defects, less than a pound, and we'll still list it at like 35, whatever. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Hopefully we get an offer on it. I don't know. We'll see. The Eagles are looking pretty good this year, so maybe it'll still sell. We will see. We will see. Bless the Lord on my soul. Uh-oh. Got a sale. What is it? What is it? Oh, somebody paying or something. Never mind. Alright, this one's got a... Alright, this is just a Travis Matthew button. Or like a... I don't even know what the quarter buttons. I kind of want to keep this sucker. But I don't. I honestly can't tell you the last time I kept something that we found at a thrift store. I don't even see it as like clothing. They're just like money. I don't know. It's weird. You know. Show that this is a button closure. All right. This is a quilted pullover by Travis Matthew. Put quilted because of that like diamond design. I don't know if that's right. That's just what I put for it. You guys probably know more than I do. All right. Travis Matthew. Travis Matthew. All right. Travis Matthew kind of stinks now. I mean, certain things are still good, like the... I think something like this is still all right. No, I mean, it's not going to sell for buku money, but they're like shorts and polos and stuff. There's just so many of them out there compared to what used to be like 2 years ago. you know, that it's probably 35 or that, you know, just aren't as good as they used to be. I mean, jackets, I looked up jackets, and they were like around that $35 price like this thing was, so that's why I decided to list that there. Hopefully Christian edits this part out where I have to go get a box. Oh, let's see. Oh, I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? Anybody know? Let's see. 3:53. Oh my goodness. It's getting late. Up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Alright. This is a very nice hoodie. Feels brand new. Let's see if it is. I don't think it is. Nope. I mean, this thing feels like it's never been worn. You know how you can just tell how something feels? This feels nice, you know? Feels too good to be true, almost. Alright, so I might put new without tags with this. Not 100% sure yet, still deciding. But we will see. This feels like a video just on my own. So, realizing how difficult that is to talk when you have like nobody to bounce stuff off of. So, newfound respect for those people. This is an Under Armour full zip hoodie. You can also put sweat jacket, stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I just make up keywords. I don't even know. Especially at the end of the day, you know, when you're kind of tired and taking pictures all day and you just kind of phone it in a little. You gotta fight that. Gotta fight. I'm not saying you should do that. Don't do that. Don't be like me. Be better than me. Alright, let's try to fit this. So we will shove this into one of these bags. And then when we rebag it, probably put a second one on here with the bigger bag. I had to guess, but yeah, this is kind of tight squeeze. All right, we might have got it. Saved it. Stuck it in there. I like to give it a little push down. I think. All right. I feel like I'm not talking as much. Oh yeah, we wanted to do new without tags. We got a new without tags tab here. And then we're gonna put 2 pounds and we're gonna just list it at like $30. A little bit of a discount because of no tags. This is a cool one. This is B Draddy. B Draddy is a golf brand that is a little bit harder to find, at least for us. I feel like we have a pretty good reach of brands. Like we get pretty much everything. I don't think we've not really found something that a lot of people talk about, you know what I mean? Some people will message us and say, oh, we just don't have that kind of stuff here. We never really have that problem, thank the Lord. I think Ohio's a pretty good place. We get a pretty good mix because it does get pretty cold here, but it also does get pretty warm in the summer. So we still get pretty good mix of brands, which is nice. So, but this B Draddy is not crazy readily available in comparison to, I mean, even Peter Millar. I find Peter Millar a lot more than I see B. Draddy in our store. Stores, so, but I don't think it's like worth a lot more or anything. But it's just kind of like, oh yeah, that's cool. You know. It's like all the other golf brands. I feel like every golf brand is 92% polyester, 8% spandex. Some of them are 90-10. Some of them are 88-12. But they're all, oh, it's got a small spot on it. Shoot. So we'll just take a picture of that. That's fine. That's fine. Shouldn't hurt the value too much. Some of the stuff, you find a little spot on it, you gotta tank the price. Some stuff you can, you know, kind of maintain the value a little bit without having to, you know, sell it for nothing. BD. Draddy. Just gotta document it. Oh no, that didn't turn very good. I didn't get that very good. Alright, oof. That's gonna weigh more than 2 pounds. Alright, since it weighs a little bit more than 2 pounds, we'll go $18. I mean, for something with a hole in it, that's not a hole, but a stain on it. That's not bad. Alright. Where'd you go? There it is. Okay. This is a Kentucky Wildcats thing. A hoodie. I don't know why I said thing. This is a just a nothing crazy brand again, just a regular old Coliseum. But it is the Kentucky Wildcats. It's a little bit what do they call those? The blue chip program? I think that's what they call that. Blue chip, blue blood for the basketball schools. They're Kentucky, North Carolina, Duke, I believe also Kansas, maybe? Who knows? But yeah, they are pretty well known for their basketball. You know, I'm gonna give me a little sweater shave here over the sleeves. Got a couple small snags on it. Have everything right there with me. Who am I? Alright. And then we'll just type in, not type in, because we don't type anything here. The VAs do it for us. But I like to try to take a picture of the front logo if I can. And see, got the pasty white hands in there. That way you can make that black look extra black. All right. I think it had the material. Did we get? Yeah, we got it. We got it. Get a little bit of this hair off here. Hair, dust, same thing. We got our lovely blacks that just ruined this for us. I can't even. Our mojo here. Blacks and dark navies, man. They just really slow everything down. All right, what the heck is that? Okay, we got it. We got it. All right. Give the VAs a little update. This is a Kentucky Wildcats hoodie. Make sure you put Coliseum at the end, but that's the brand, Kentucky Wildcats. Nice hoodie, really. I mean, it's in very good shape for being used. Definitely an excellent. You guys excited for eBay to add all those new categories for the condition of the items for used? Because I am not. I am not. I am not. I am not. But that's okay. We'll adjust. We're gonna have to add some spots on our board probably. Actually, yeah, we probably will. That's okay. UK. UK. 2-pounder. Yep, feels like 2 pounds. We're listed at 20, 24, 23. Don't know why I picked 23, but who cares? Just kidding. I care. I'm telling you, I care. So those two are a little bit, maybe a little bit more difficult to do. So I don't have very many left to do. Small design underneath it. It's always cool. So, yeah, I think this one's gonna be my last one, people. Then we can all go home together. So much fuzz. That's my nickname in high school. They called me Fuzz. Just kidding. I am, how many years removed from high school now? 2013 to 12 years? Wow. This is an Eddie Bauer flannel that has a herringbone pattern on it. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. All right. Well, everybody, we'll finish this up real quick. Take these last few pictures of the item, saying what it is, and why it is, and where it is. That's a good fold right there. I don't know if you can see it, but that's a good fold. Excellent condition. It's a black color. It's gonna weigh less than a pound, and I'm gonna list this at 23 just because of the flannel and the herringbone pattern. All right, that's it.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. Hopefully you got something out of that. I know it's really fun watching somebody take pictures, but you know, hopefully you guys got a lot out of it. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button and hit that little bell for the alerts. Also, check out Auto Posture. They're changing their name soon, so keep an eye out for that. Get 15% off code Resell Brothers. And yeah, stay tuned for part 4. Let's get this bread.
Thanks, y'all.